All right. Good morning, chat. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We are back to being a humble parsnip farmer today. We won't complain a single time about parsnips because we love parsnips here. We love them so much. The greatest crop to ever exist. Alright, I'm gonna run ads on Twitch and play Enclosed Horse as they run. So we don't have ads during the run. And we have an interesting Enclosed Horse today with Fishbowl. So literally there's no way to block this, so no matter what, this has to be blocked off. Technically you can block off this with 2 walls here, so this is less of a worry. This is a really interesting one. Okay, first off, like all 9 right there, but that's not gonna work. So let's just do like, you know, the quick. I wouldn't even need to block off the bottom section here, actually. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Surely, like, this isn't the actual answer, but... But, like, I don't see... Like, I see this locked in. Like, there's no way that this can't just be, like, these two. Because it's just using 2 walls to block this. And I don't think you can block this with any less walls. And it's impossible to block this. Right? So it's really, how do we maximize this left area? And can we manage to find a way to block this with 3 to be able to keep this? Or do we need to make sure that this is, like, not a part of it? You know? That is the real question. Because I think this is fine. Like, you're gonna have to block this off. So, like, the only other, like, possible explanation to save 1 wall would be this. And now I'm working with 1 extra wall. But it's like, does this 1 extra wall actually do anything? I guess it does. Ooh. It does do something. That's interesting. That's an interesting discovery for... No, I just had false do that. Is this just the answer? This might just be the answer. Is there like a way that we can move this back? No, we can't move this, and then this is the best we can get, I'm pretty sure. Perfect diagonal. This looks to be the answer. This might be a good one. Okay, I'll go with this. Yeah, there we go. I like this one. This one was cute. Made you think. You saw the 2 portals, especially with the portals, you had to like block them off. And like trying to figure out like this is the viable. I like this one. That was a good one. Good luck today. Your YouTube video expired me to play Stardew. Just got no Joja perfection. Congrats. I need to upload more, saying I haven't uploaded it in a month. I'm gonna work on that later today. Hopefully. I was gonna get out an easy video with different I guess we can see how many save files we went through yesterday to get a single run. It took us 56 files to get a single run. Lovely. Yesterday. But yeah, it's been a month since I uploaded. I was gonna get out like an easy video, but it turns out like the videos that I thought were gonna be easy to get out required much more stuff. So I've just been putting it off with my mindset just being, oh, I'll just release the 16-day video. It won't take that much longer. And then I've been getting distracted and I haven't been working on the video as much as I should. But that's a me issue. I am very lazy sometimes. Percent app data percent. Goes by Stardew saves folder. Delete. How many brain cells are we on today? I'd say 6 actually. For now. I'm not gonna complain about parsnips, but you know, if I'm like 2 hours into parsnips, my brain cells are gonna start falling apart. My baby. First one of the day gets the Hazel baby blessing. Not so many. It's 6 out of 10. You know, 5 being like a normal functioning day. 1 being I literally will not be able to do anything on this given day, and I should just go back to bed. So 5 being a normal day, I would say a 6. Like, I feel like I'm very coherent today. Ready to make work done. That's why I said I want to work on the video later today. I feel like I have the brain cells to do that. Again, we'll see how I'm like after stream. But as of right now, I would say a solid 6. Solid 6 out of the 10 brain cells I have are working. Okay, the brain cells may be working in the thinking department, but the fingers are not warmed up. A chat command to roll for brain cells. We already have enough chat commands like that. We don't need the chat to be filled up more. The start of the stream, half of it is just a good noodle check anyways. I'm a part of the problem though. I was an angel yesterday too, though the noodle bot was kind of giving out freebies yesterday. Everybody was a good noodle yesterday. Even if we don't get gold quality parsnips, we're not allowed to complain because we're a humble parsnip farmer today. Look at my outfit, I'm even dressed up like a parsnip. An upside down parsnip, but a parsnip nonetheless. Get more star drop points. We need a Scamba then, and then you need a all in, and then you either get the command or you don't. Yeah, she had a little turn up. Yo. Yeah, Hazel came in this morning and just sat on my face. So I'm not entirely happy with the baby girl right now. But she is just a baby. Random, well, she's beneath me, and you know, what she does. Can't give me a little bit of room. She has to be on top of me. Asserting dominance. Yo, yo. Yeah, Hazel's, she's not chunky, but she's dense. She a big dog. She's definitely not chunky, though. She's just big. Was that just the second one? Can somebody go and just watch that and replay? I don't really want to restart the day. I think that was the middle spot. Because I saw that pop up before I harvested the third one. I'm not reharvesting it. I don't care. I'm pretty sure it was spot 3. She is a substantial. I mean, she's the right weight for her size, so she's not really chunky. She's pretty healthy, but... in that regard, but I mean, like, you know, she's a medium to large size dog, so she's... does in fact weigh a bit. One on the right, second you harvest. What? Is it not the middle spot? Okay, of the 3, is it the left, middle, or right spot? I'm pretty sure it's the middle. Okay. Middle spot is spot 3. Which makes no sense if you think about it, but it's spot 3. Spot 2 middle. Oh yeah, spot 2, but it's technically spot 3 because the left spot is spot 6 and the right spot is spot 5. So, checkmate, atheists. It's silly in the regards of the ordering, but it's not silly with how if you knew how the spots were found. TLDR with how the spots were found. The lower the number, the general better spot it is in terms of the amount of good book checks. So the ordering that the numbers are in are based off of good book checks, because when I was trying to figure out where all the spots would be, I was looking for good book spot or book check spots. So the general rule of thumb is the lower the number, the better the spot, but it's not entirely true. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that like the spot 3 was the third spot in the ordering that I found it, or found the spots in. So yes, that spot ended up being the third spot I found. How did I plant the parsnip on that fucking tile? Yeah, so like the first 3 spots are actually quite spread out. But once I got farther, like anything above like spot like 7-ish, 7, 8-ish, they are less good because I was trying to prioritize spots that were kind of next to each other. So I was trying to prioritize spots next to each other so I wouldn't have to like do this like weird like singleton homing pattern everywhere. No scarecrow. First off, you can't get crowed when the seeds are in the default, or when the seeds are still seeds. So the first day that you plant a crop, you can't get crowed. Second off, that was the 5th, so that was the first day. I just harvested my parsnips, so I literally just got the scarecrow crafting recipe from sleeping from the 5th to the 6th. So I literally couldn't even craft a scarecrow if I wanted to. So I will be crafting a scarecrow at the end of this day, because then I can actually get crowed. But it was literally impossible for me to get crowed, plus it was literally impossible for me to craft it. This run sucks. Classic. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I could just rename every single spot to actually be in a good order, and it wouldn't make a difference. Like, the actual spot numbers just don't matter in correspondence to that. But I just never changed it after, like, the original numbering, because I was numbering it just in the order when I was finding them. So it's like, I could easily change it and just have to correspond it, but... I forgot to craft the scarecrow, but it doesn't matter, because I can... one spot. I'm more worried about making sure I have a parsnip. I had 35 crops, so it didn't make a difference. But yeah. This run sucks because I literally don't have a spring onion, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like, even if I get garden bundle, if I get a bad quality crops with it, I'm resetting. I don't care. I'm not dealing with the shit quality crops. No, thank you. Cauliflower, potato, kale. It's the 7th of spring, year 1, yes. Perfection. 16 hours. Oh, I don't have... Oh, okay. Sucks even more than I thought. Am I keeping the spring seeds for? I plan on passing out in the mines. And the more money you have on you, the more money you lose when you pass out. So I want to have the least amount of money possible for the next few days. Which is why I'm buying back everything. Not a very good start. Bad luck in the neutral. I'm not gonna sleep another day. I'm just gonna have to take the neutral, but hopefully it's fine. Neutrals can be interesting. No, I said I wouldn't complain about parsnips. I never said anything about not complaining about the fucking mines. Fishing never ends. Endless fishing. You know it. True. We get to be more parsnip farmers if the run just dies here. I don't think this neutral day is looking too good. I'm not gonna lie. This neutral day is I think I'm gonna go back to parsnip farming here shortly. Okay, that helps. Ladders from monsters is much more consistent than ladders from rocks. You know what? We still are on better floor pace than yesterday's run. And yesterday's run ended up being okay, so just gotta... We're good. The only difference is yesterday's floor pace came with, like, having 60 to 80 copper right now. And I'm at 24, so... I'm just comparing, B. Just comparing this run to yesterday's run that was kind of in the similar boat with pace. Yeah, that run had much more cope yesterday because the copper was significantly better. That said, this is copper is hearing my complaints. This is indeed Terraria music. I play it from Spotify because the music in this game won't play due to the amount of days that I sleep. So unless if you just want to hear the first 5 notes of a song for hours on end, I'm gonna play stuff through Spotify. I'm not just gonna only play Stardew songs, because I've been playing this game for 7,500 hours. As much as I love the Stardew Valley soundtrack, that is a lot of hours. Don't call it a run yet. It's on life support right now. Realistically, I should be on like floor 25 with like double the amount of copper that I have. If this run was any good. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves right now. Wait, there's a freebie on this floor. If I just got one geode from that, and that was in the center of a bunch of rocks, there should be a ladder on this floor then. Plus, if I'm stupid and that was like a side one. Apparently I'm stupid and it was a side one. I love because of how this is the 10th. I would have had the club if this was on the 9th from that spot, but since it's the 10th, there's no club, so. Not even the magnet ring. There's no save, not run. Artful third enchant. Missed books anyways. We saved ourselves some time. The only time that a bad minds did not translate into me resetting a run with good books. No. Getting a gold quality parsnip tells me when the books will show up in the traveling cart. That's it. Doesn't tell me what books will show up, it just tells me the dates. Or, it doesn't even tell me the exact dates, it tells me estimates. Everything is an estimate. It gives me a range of values that I can then determine what could be in those range of values using elimination. And after a little bit of guess and checking, I can narrow it down a little bit. But you have to start somewhere, and golden parsnips is the start. If I was guaranteed good luck after getting a gold quality parsnip, this run would be so different. It wouldn't have taken me 3 months to finish, or to not even finish a run yet. The Smurf is coming to town. I always love to know the statistic of lifetime parsnips planted in my gameplay. At least 15. Bro. The more fun question would be, what have I planted more in my lifetime of playing Stardew Valley, parsnips or ancient fruit? I would say parsnips or starfruit, but I'm pretty sure it's starfruit just because of mid-max runs, and I mean, I still plant a lot for perfection here. I think for ancient fruit, I do think it might be parsnips. I do think it would be starfruit for starfruit, though. I think starfruit overall is my most planted crop. It's either that or pumpkins. Because pumpkins end up being used in a lot of... end up used in a lot of mid-max runs as well. And then they're also used plenty in speed runs. Where parsnips, you really only plant 15 at the start of the run, and sure, you don't always get runs to pumpkins. You just do a lot of pumpkins, though. I feel like it's starfruit, pumpkins, parsnips. Might be the ordering. I don't think there's any other crop that would come close to it. Yeah, I don't plant ancient fruit at all for CC, and even in like speedruns where I need a decent amount of money for, like, I won't go out of the way for ancient fruit because it's just easier to do starfruit. So that's why I think starfruit's probably #1, even though I don't do starfruit in CC. I've just done enough challenge runs and enough mid-max runs where, like, it's kind of hard to compete when you literally plant the entire standard farm of... or the entire standard farm worth of starfruit multiple times. And then that doesn't even count, like, any perfection run, especially, like, that I've been doing recently. Like, any run that, like, gets a run going past greenhouse, like, I'm doing 88 starfruit a day. And it's like, a lot of the times I've been going to fall here recently, and that's like 700 starfruit every run. So it's like, the one run yesterday, or the one run the previous day where I made it to fall 21st, and I basically essentially planted around like 600-700 starfruit, is basically equivalent to all the parsnips I planted like the day before and yesterday alone. And like, that was obviously like a really unfortunate day for parsnips yesterday. Right? So it's kind of just like, I just end up planting so much starfruit. I think starfruit has to be #1. I guess another good argument would be pumpkins versus parsnips. I do think it would be pumpkins, though. Pumpkins always come in large batches, and that's the thing about it. So even if I don't get to them as often, like, I have to do so many resets before getting to pumpkins once for it to be worse. The issue is blueberries are not used whatsoever in min-max, and a lot of my planting numbers comes from min-max. Blueberries are worthless at the high end of Stardew Valley money making. They become obsolete before you even get to summer, because you want to be doing star fruits in summer of year 1 in min-max. And it's like, while I do quite a few blueberries, again, they're just not used in mid-max, so I end up always using more pumpkins, because normally I end up buying more more sprinkler spots for pumpkins, so I end up doing more pumpkins per run than blueberries. And then at the same time, the connotation here is planted, not harvested. Obviously, you harvest blueberries twice as much, but you plant blueberries twice as less. Which is another big part. I never said harvest, I said planted, so I would say pumpkins are more than blueberries. Parsnips and blueberries could be interesting, but I still think it's parsnips. Blueberries are probably under parsnips. Blueberries are probably under ancient fruit. It's probably starfruit, pumpkins, parsnips, ancient fruit, blueberries, and lifetime planted crops. I think you can interchange blueberries and ancient fruit, though. Oh, not forget the later game. That's the fun part. I do. I can mostly autopilot it, though. The late game is honestly much more vibes focused than set schedule. Like, I have a set schedule up until, like, I unlock the Walnut Room, which I completely remember. Like, I know the dates in order that I'm supposed to unlock the Walnut Room in. But after that, it's really vibes focused, because it's like whenever you get a certain quest on the key quest board to do Danger in the Deep and Skull Cavern Invasion. It's whenever you get the quests for the Special Orders board, you gotta do those. And then it's just like making sure, oh, I have animals going by this date. Oh, I have access to the sewer by this date. So it's much more vibes and just kind of knowing. Congrats, thank you for the 26 months. And then later on, for the final day, it's basically just, oh, have the wiki opened and remember every NPC's birthday. And just know around the time they get out of their housing, which I generally know because I've done enough friendship stuff. And then just, you know how to catch all the fish. Which I happen to know how to catch all the fish because I have 7,500 hours in the game. Because depending on how the RNG, the mid-game just goes differently. Like, you just do everything on different dates. You just gotta know, like, when, or about when you need to do things. And, like, what triggers when you need to do things. But I had some, like, organization method and chest placement in practice at one point that I was messing with, and I've completely forgotten that because I haven't been to Ginger Island in forever. So I'm just, like, defaulting to the original kind of like, I know where all the items are, but I'm not organized method. Which is not very good for cooking and crafting, but I'll make do with it. I think the idea was to have a chest that had the mixture of the cooking and crafting items. So after I did crafting, I can move that chest indoors and then I can cook everything because there's some overlap with cooking and crafting items. And then I wouldn't actually have to, like, you know, take forever to look for the items I need, like squid ink, a lot of the forgeables and whatnot, the saps, or yeah, the resin maple syrup, the tapper's ingredients, that type of overlap, moss. Imagine late game. Realistically, the run is split into, or I mean, the run is just split into 3 segments. You have early game, which is pre-Ginger Island. You have mid game, which is Ginger Island, and then you have late game, which is friendship and cleanup. Friendship, fishing, star drops, and cooking, crafting. You can't do cooking, crafting until you have like max relationship, anyways, because you need the recipes from people. So. To try a different game? No. I'll play a different game when I want to play a different game. I played Terraria recently and I just didn't really enjoy the update, so I'm back to Stardew because I enjoy Stardew. Why would I not play what I enjoy? And also at the same time, you say play a different game, and then if I play a different game, there's like a 90% chance that you literally just won't watch a different game. Kind of crazy that you know, viewership numbers goes down if you don't play the niche that you're a part of. Crazy how that works. And before you say, oh, you should play any of these Stardew Valley-esque like games, I actually don't like the genre of Stardew Valley. I don't really like farming sims very much, so I don't really care to play Sun Heaven. I don't really care to play Graveyard Keeper. I don't really care to play any of those types of games. I don't really find them that enjoyable. I enjoy Stardew because it's Stardew Valley. There's really no replicating it. I am excited for Haunted Chocolatier, because that game is going to be a genre that I actually like, but we're still probably a few years out for it, so. Hazel, can you not knock over my water, please and thank you? I know it was in your way, but... You should try COD. I rather... Redacted. For baby, she just jumped up on my bed. The last good COD was Black Ops 3, and I'll never play a modern COD. They just all look like fucking slop. Even the zombies looks awful. I didn't even like Black Ops 3 zombies. I was kind of out of the Black Ops, or I was kind of out of the zombies enjoyment after like Black Ops 2. I didn't really even enjoy Black Ops 2 zombies that much. Black Ops 1 was like the last good zombies in my opinion. I preferred the classic zombies over the new modern, by far. Pretty sure Black Ops came out after Modern Warfare 2, but I mean, I don't know. I thought the Black Ops multiplayer was fine. About Fortnite, again, I rather redacted. I don't like FPS games for the most part. Like, I played COD when I was younger because it was COD, and I had an Xbox 360, but I just don't like FPS games at all. Literally, people's most beloved part of this game is my most hated part of this game. People love the NPCs in this game, and I just do not care for the NPCs. Day three of this run is by far the worst part of this run, and it's because of the NPCs and how shit they are to deal with in speedruns. Oh boy, I can't wait to wake up on this person's birthday, give them a rabbit's foot, and then warp back home and sleep till the next person's birthday, and then do that for 3 fucking years. Because that's the fastest way of doing it. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm doing my, like, kinda loud announcing voice, and she thinks I'm gonna end stream and give her attention, but I'm not gonna be doing that, so. Yeah, I mean, like, it draws people in. I agree. It's like, I don't hate the NPCs nearly as much when I started. Like, I enjoyed the NPCs, right? To, like, a degree. I didn't, like, get super deep into them, you know, like the... Sorry if I'm calling you out. The crazies who just, love their pixels on their screen. Like, love their pixels. But it's not like I am now where I'm just grumpy about them. But I'm mainly grumpy about them because they just suck for speedrunning, more so than the actual character writing and the characters themselves. They're not the most in-depth written NPCs. I don't really think they need to be. Stardew Valley is not supposed to be a super deep game. Well, let's have a little bit of fun here. Oh no, Skull Cavern goes down pretty far. It's true. No, it's more like farming on your mining simulator game. Why the carrot? Because the actual crop itself doesn't matter. Parsnips are just used because you open up with 15. And then you can brute force reset this earlier. What matters is the spot itself. And whether or not the spot itself is gold quality. So it's like if one of these carrots are gold quality, it would work the exact same as if it was a gold quality parsnip. Because the spot itself is gold quality. So if I were to load up Smappy, and let's say this spot right here that I just watered was a gold quality crop. If I were to use cheats and grow up a different crop, like let's say starfruit, or let's say strawberries because it's in season, every time that I harvest it and like instant grow it, it will always be a gold quality crop for the entire day, no matter how many no matter how many times I replicated it. It's tied to the tile itself. The crop does not matter. I know, my friend. I'm not going to. I can't really help you very much. You're gonna have to wait for your sister, for the one who loves you more. Where is she? She's probably just working out, right? Yeah. If it's a multi-harvest crop, I mean, it works the same way. Multi-harvest crops, only one of whatever you're harvesting can ever be quality. So it literally just only accounts for that one crop, not every one. Like if you harvest blueberries, you always get 2 basic, and then the like one that you actually harvest could be quality, depending on like what spot you harvested it on. So if it was a blueberry in that spot instead, you get 2 regular quality and then a gold quality. Keep in mind, like, the spots shift every single day. That's why even though those carrots were grown the day before, there was no I don't want to harvest it on the day because then it wouldn't actually tell me the info that I need. Because it's like I need to specifically harvest it on the 5th to get the info. It's not a new thing. It's just always been there. It's just no one does it. And I've never, like, removed it. I haven't added those description things in a while. It says I'm 24, right? Yeah, I'm 26. I should just put my birth year because I don't change it enough. A lot of the stuff is outdated. I don't even know if the CC time is updated. I doubt it. I'm 99. I'm not a 2000s baby. I'm not no peasant. There's a huge difference between 1999 and 2000s, by the way. The year difference, you know? It matters. Smile. The giant difference. Yeah, I'm not bored. I don't have a 2 in front of my birth year. Thank fucking God. It's not even like I'm a December baby, though. I'm a May baby, so I was born like halfway through. So it's like, it's not even like one of the, it's not even like the sketchy one. Realistically, I just need to dumb down the below area. Because I never update it in a reasonable amount of time. So it's always just like outdated info. So it'd just be better to just like link stuff. Kind of music. I don't think it either died or I don't think I ever turned it back on after Bone Zone. And I generally don't even have the music very loud on my end because, I mean, I've said it before, but I don't generally listen to music while I do things. I'm kind of psychopathic in that way. I really only have music on stream for you guys. So when the music goes out, I don't really notice it. It's literally just whatever indie song played the most while. I mean, it's always Concerned 8 because because the original playlist has a lot of Stardew Valley songs in it, so it always just plays the Stardew Valley songs. But it's literally just Stardew Valley. It's literally just like the popular indie songs that you keep hearing over and over again on the Spotify. I like, it's not even a playlist. I keep attempting to call it a playlist, but it's technically not a playlist anymore because I just let the I just let it go and do its thing. Like, it's not even on the playlist right now. I started on the playlist, and then once the playlist ends, it just starts doing its auto play. I have a favorite Stardew Valley soundtrack. Basically, just the entirety of Ginger Island, and then the Night Market theme. I really like the volcano songs from Ginger Island. And then the Ginger Island theme itself is wonderful. I was very disappointed when we didn't really get any new music in 1.6. I wonder if we'll get any new music in 1.7 due to the fact that he's more of a creative director approach, and I'm sure he's focusing more on the music side for Haunted Chocolatier, or the sound direction side for Haunted Chocolatier. Yeah, I guess there would be 2 new themes at the very least. I don't really count the themes as, like, I mean, sure, they're soundtracks, but they're not, like, you know, new area songs. The run is too long to explain the rough strategy. If you look into the description, there's an FAQ about the run, though. Just note that I'm looking for a gold quality parsnip right now, so if you see me reset a lot, that's why. Did FAQ for the FAQ, apparently. That came from YouTube, and there's no pin or whatever. It's not really in the title, so more understandable. Oh no, there's an FAQ. On Twitch side, people ask FAQ questions. It's kind of just like crazy. Like, there's a pin for the FAQ. It's in the title. And yada yada yada. You explain the rough strategy for eating a really big sandwich right now because I am struggling. Open your mouth bigger and stuff it in there. Smile. Stuff your cheeks like a gerbil. They stretch. Humble parsnip farmer had a run with a gold quality parsnip and garden today, and then immediately said, nope, I want to go back to parsnip farming because the mines was so awful. I love being on floor 20. I love being stuck on floor 19 to the point that I went to the center of it. It was already like 5 p.m. and I had 40 copper ore. Yeah. It was not a good one. Find an instructional video by searching for Scooby-Doo. That's honestly the best answer I think I've ever heard to that question. And I've never heard this question before, but it's still the funniest answer. Is it like TJ? Silver. Oh, gold. Gold, gold, gold. Spot 1. Gold, gold, gold. Thank you, TJ. Early, we open up a knife skin for CSGO here, right? Gold, gold, gold. CSGO is dead. No, it's just CSGO. Fuck CS2. That shit don't exist. It means I will be doing a book check on summer 12th of year 1 and fall 7th and potentially fall 28th of year 1, and then the books in year 3 would be spring 17th, which is perfect. There's a 50% chance of a summer 12th book showing up. There will be a book check on fall 5th, fall 28th, and a very high chance of a book check on winter 21st. If your next question is what books will show up, I have no idea. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. Some are better than others. Generally speaking, the lower number, the better. Because the order of which they were found were based off of basically number of book checks, and spot 1 has the most book check spots at convenient dates. So, yeah, spot 1 is a very good spot. The spot run theoretically has the highest likelihood of me getting books because of how many book checks there are. Yeah, but I can also get scammed of the run. No, I was looking at the notes over looking at that. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but that said, it's mostly unnecessary if you were just trying to consistently do runs. Like, I am in degenerate levels of territory for this. Like, I'm saving like an hour and a half to 2 hours for doing it like this. And there's so much other time save that I can realistically do that would be nice. But no, I decided to go the RNG option in brute force books. To be fair, it's higher odds that I make it out to be. I'm just bad and I fuck shit up. And that I have to reset the runs that actually had the good RNG for it. Like, realistically, I can get runs way more consistently if my only requirement was combat book. And then I just took a 40-minute time loss with fishing. Like, that would be reasonable. Like, I can easily save 40 minutes by actually playing the run better and having a much higher chance of getting to endgame and playing more games out, or more runs out. I think combat book would be too much to give up on because of the monster musk stuff with it. But it's like, I'm already committing to the book strategy. I may as well just gamble on one more book. It's just one more book. And it's not like the start of the run would change at all anyways. Because as long as I'm going for one book, I have to do the parsnip stuff to be able to tell me when the books will show up in the traveling cart. So it's like I would still be resetting for a gold quality parsnip because that's the only way that I would be able to tell. If you completely remove books, we would only have a 1 in 3 reset at the start, though. Because the only thing that we would need would be the garden bundle. Because there's no, like, giving up the garden bundle. That shit's ridiculous. Of how much faster it is. But yeah. Like, realistically, if I have a really good run going and I get combat book but no fishing book, there's a chance that I just, like, try to play it out with crab pots instead. And just try it. Just because it would be good to actually finish a run. I think I would only play it if I have combat book, though. I think fishing would be more, or combat would be too much if I missed. Realistically, I do want to finish a run, and I should be, as long as I have a good run, I should be able to PB even without the fishing book. Like, my route that I'm using now should be fast enough to be able to make up for that lost time. Will you do Terraria Legacy Skyblock Hardcore? No, because I didn't really care for the update. it was a pretty shit update. So that is much easier than just general get fixed boy, which is the sad part. Because once you get out of the first 5 minutes, it's literally just a controlled situation, because there's no way that like, as long as you're in control and you're making proper farms, there's no way for a random enemy to just kill you, like when you're exploring Zenith normally, or the get fixed boy seed normally. Like, arguably the seed is significantly easier. Would it take more time? Sure, but it's significantly easier in that regards. Obviously the start is harder because you have to figure out how to work with food, but again, I'm just not interested in playing Terraria. I didn't care for the update. It was absolute garbage for speedrunning, and I don't really care for the new seeds. They're not interesting in my opinion. They're not interesting enough to justify multiple playthroughs of the game. And honestly, same with the new items. Like, the new whips are nice for the summoner class, but like, whatever. I'm happy they didn't make it 1.5, by the way. If they said that this update was 1.5, I would have been extremely disappointed with the update overall. Like, this is like legit like a minor patch type situation. And low-key, the patch is so shit for speedrunning, I don't think any speedruns will be played on the new patch outside of, like, the seed-specific ones. Is there any time save in the new update for Moonlord, or Classic Moonlord? I think it's just all time loss, right? I haven't looked at the Discord, so I don't know if something was found. But yeah, like right now you're losing a minute plus for free due to Jousting Lance nerfs alone. Not to mention Destroyer Cheese being fixed. Or not fixed, but adjusted. To be random. Oh man, I love getting 30 minutes into my run to have a 50-50 chance for Destroyer spawning on my dumb ass. That's fun. Oh boy. I don't know. Didn't like the update. TLDR. I think it's fine casually, though. But I have no intention of playing it anymore. I did my casual playthrough. That's on the portraits. Well, you can disable them. I actually don't mind them because of, they're Stardew Valley-esque. I think they're like, whatever, though. Just a fun little detail change. Oh, the funniest part about the update, DJ would have to tell me if it's fixed, but the funniest part about the update is it came with a bug where you were able to place 5 blocks to your left, or I'm sorry, to your right, but only 4 blocks to your left. So, why can you place more blocks in one direction than the other? You have 4 blocks of reach to your left and 5 blocks of reach to your right. What a great patch. Like, how does that happen? And how is that not caught? I do other games? I have no intention on other games. Well, okay. I do have intentions, but I don't have intentions. My intentions are to transition into Minecraft speedrunning here soon. but not fully transitioned. Because essentially I'm waiting to see if I can get into mid-offs. And if I can't get into mid-offs, I'm just going to start playing. I'm just going to start doing MCSR ranked specifically. While also doing community center speedruns. So like the start of stream will be community center speedruns once I start getting into that again. And then bot 5. And then after I'm done with CC speedruns for today, I play some MCSR ranked. But yeah, I'm waiting for things to happen. Namely speaking, mid-offs, as well as I will be going out of town here in like a week and a half because I'm going back home for my father's 60th birthday. So I will be gone for 4 or 5 days on like the 18th or something. And since I'll be gone for that long, I'll probably lose my muscle memory of perfection. So I'm just going to use that as the excuse to transition into CC speedruns. The parsnip was in the rightmost spot, so it was spot 5 in this given run. So that is the plan. The plan is to play MCSR ranked, but give it time. Because actually the original plan was to transition into that after the Terraria update came out, because I was hoping and expecting to play it for a week or two, but then it was completely disappointing, and I basically stopped playing after 2 days. And then I didn't really lose my muscle memory of this run in 2 days, so we're going to the next break. So for the people who enjoy perfection runs, you can thank the Terraria update for being bad. My goal is just a PB. Like, I don't have like a huge goal. Like, it would be a huge undertaking to try to get this down by another hour to get to the next threshold. So it's just like, I started doing this for fun again, because it's like, I put out the perfection video, and because I was editing the perfection video, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do a perfection run again, because it's like, the video is like misleading in the time frame. So essentially I finished the perfection run like 7 months prior to the video like being released, 7 or 8 months prior. So it's like I hadn't run perfection for like 7 or 8 months. So it's like, oh, I edited it. It's like, oh, I'm down to do some more runs just for fun, see if I can get a quick PB. There was a few route changes that I made. So it's like, let's try to get a good time. And now I'm 3 months in and I still haven't finished a single run. But I digress. We love this category. I don't know, I just like perfection as a whole. So I like just playing the game in its entirety. It's the same reason I like community center so much. You play a majority of the game. It's the main reason I don't play like individual bundles too much. But yeah. But also keep in mind, I say a lot of things, so it's like I'm rambling about this, but things might get delayed, things might get pushed back, things might not never happen. Like, I've been saying I'll get into MCSR ranked for literally like 3 months, essentially. And it's been 3 months. But to be fair, I am waiting, but yeah. You get my point. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna regret selling that horseradish, aren't I? I should have sold the leek. Didn't expect to get more leeks, but I had more chances of getting more horseradishes than leek, so it makes sense to actually get rid of the leek if you have 1-1. I'm just gonna get punished for it. Is that how it is? I just got 3 different qualities. You know, mid-offs, nothing, but I could probably message around to try to figure it out, but I wouldn't be allowed to leak it to you guys. I just haven't. Because I don't want to be pushy. So there's a bunch of like MCSR, or not even MCSR events, but like Minecraft events going on right now. So I feel like things are happening behind the scenes. I really am getting punished for selling this. This is like so fucking stupid. I sold the horseradish because you can get, there's more areas of which you can get horseradishes than leeks. So when I only have 1 horseradish, 1 leek, of course I'm going to sell the horseradish. But literally I've gotten how many more leek spawns without a horseradish, and now this gold quality spot just doesn't matter because I can't open up the bundles because I didn't get a second horseradish spawn anywhere. Oh, it's so sad. I'm in the bathroom. I'll be back. It's not even my fault. disappointing. Wanna know what's gonna be more disappointing? I feel like I want to check the books on that file for fun. And then we'll just cope that obviously we didn't get what we wanted. Enchants. It would have been second enchant. It's fine. We saved some time. There was no fishing book again. But I could have played it because I said I would play without the fishing book. Shorty body. Arrived to see an empty chair. It's crazy. It's like I've been streaming for an hour and a half and I have to go to the bathroom every once in a while. Wow. Let's just put streamer on a pedestal and he's not allowed to move for the entire length of the stream. He's not allowed to leave. He's not allowed to have bodily functions. Not allowed to get up and stretch. By the way, I'm making fun of you, but at the same time, like, it's chill. I'm not actually, like, mad. I just like being sarcastic and over the top because I'm a streamer. At that point, just I should not go down that rabbit hole and make that bad joke. Nope. Depends on when do I get up and stretch. All right, listen here. We are purple this time. Do you have an issue with us being purple? What do you have against purple people? Are you purplist? Make the joke, I dare you. No, I'm not going to make the joke. Yes. Oh, you were asking it unironically. I thought you were asking, like, why are we playing as a purple person? It's just like, I just randomize everything. It just happens. Oh. The entire joke's out the window now because... no gold parsnip. 07 purple. I make a video when I PB for this run? No, because there's a huge chance that I just don't even PB by the time that I'm done with this. And I wouldn't really upload a perfection video when I basically just uploaded a perfection video. As well as, I would really only do it if I, like, met a different milestone, like maybe cutting another hour. And then we have the first sub 6 or sub 15, but I'm realistically not going to be playing this category for long enough to get a sub 15 hour time. I'll be moving on. I mean, like, I'll be moving on in like a week or two, regardless if I PB or not, so. As much fun as it is being a humble parsnip farmer, there's only so much mental torment I can take. This is low-key just as bad as Chinese water torture. Oh, I mean, I'm going to my parents' house. I'm going back home for my dad's birthday, like the 18th. I'll be gone for 4 days, and then after that, I'll be doing CC runs for our yearly spring CC grind, because I almost always grind CC in spring of every year. I don't know why. It just happens, so I'm just continuing it. Sub 2 hour, here we come. Probably not, but at least a PB or 2. And then I'll be doing MCSR ranked runs whenever I don't feel like doing any more CC runs. Do you think the theoretical possible on current patch? This is current patch, first off. Second off, you could probably shave like 2 hours with theoretical best RNG and playing like perfect, essentially. Like, if you told me if you got perfect RNG and you perfectly executed everything and you got a 13-hour time, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just so unrealistic to ever expect somebody to play perfectly for 13 hours. And then, like, I'm talking about, like, really little RNG changes that matter, but, like, I wouldn't reset for, you know? Because, like, for example, like, theoretically, you could save a shit ton of time if you went 9 for 9 on special orders requests, because then you only have to go to the special orders board 9 times. That is not likely. You generally get a few dead weeks, and each one of those dead weeks is literally minus like 3 or 4 minutes because of checking. You can also just get perfect key quest lineup where you have all the key gems in the least amount of weeks possible, and then you don't have to be checking the gem board for more gem quests, or the key quests for more gem quests, right? Like, it's little shit like that that, like, realistically I would never reset for, but it does save a shit ton of time if you actually get it. And then, like, you magically get insane monster floors for monster eradication. Dinos are, like, or you basically get dinos on your way down in Skull Caverns in the first place, and you don't have to think about it. The volcano gives you every single dragon's tooth, like, right away. You don't even have to worry about burglar's ring. Like, it's little shit like that that will never all go your way, but do drastically save a lot of time if they do. Do you ever remix bundles CC? In a CC run itself, not yet. Theoretically, it's faster, but you're gambling on odds lower than me finishing a fucking perfection run currently. While being a much bigger bitch to reset for. A majority of my runs die within the first 2 minutes here. You don't know if your run dies in the CC run until like 20-30 minutes in. Because you essentially have to get perfect bundles for it to be faster. There's very little wiggle room for it, which is kind of funny. Like, it doesn't matter in a perfection run because I'm getting so many items, but in a CC run it matters because I'm generally not getting as many items. The biggest advantages of the remix bundles is the fact that you would want no animal products, because animal products takes a while to get. And then it makes you have to go less floors in the mines. If not, basically don't have to enter the mines whatsoever, and you just do the mine stuff in Skull Caverns. But the issue with that is bat wings. So animal products are the worst bundle in Remix, so you want to get rid of those. The second worst is any bundle that requires bat wings, which is really funny because you think, oh, bat wings are so easy to get. They're so common. Yeah, not when you don't go to floor 40 in the mines. You can't really reset for them. The spawn rate on your farm is complete and utter trash, and then you would have to go to floor 20 minimum in Skull Caverns to see a bat. So getting At best, 10 bat wings. At worst, 20 bat wings is a really big issue. And it's like, bat wings are fine in this run. I don't have to think about it. So that's like one bundle I don't have to think about. I got whatever the perfect score was for enclosed tours. And if I remember correctly, the odds of getting all the bundles you need on a given run is like 1% or something like that. Like it's a 1 in 100. So you're basically rolling for a 1 in 100 20 minutes into the run. And then on top of that, it doesn't even mean your fishing and mine segments go well. Because you're still fishing, by the way, and how many fucking CC runs died of fishing for me? A lot. So it's just like, it's not fun, even if it's theoretically faster. And there's like, it's not even that much faster is the disappointing thing. Yeah, it's not even that much faster is the disappointing thing, unless if you're specifically looking for such a subset of bundles that it's essentially you're looking for the seeded bundles, but you actually get them in a run and then do the seeded route, which is just even rarer. Because it's like, I'm only saying we're trying to remove all the bundles that require bat wings and animal products. Like rare crops is significantly faster than quality crops. Master fish can theoretically be the fastest of them, but it's also one of the hardest ones to do of them. So you kind of just want the standard, you know. Master fish is really broken if you get lucky at the traveling cart, but it sucks if you don't. You know, sap bundle sucks. Collecting 500 sap worth of sap from trees is generically slow, you know. You want exotic, I'm pretty sure. So the wild medicine bundle sucks because you have to go out on a green rain and have to worry about getting extra fiddlehead ferns and hops. What's the other one? The forest bundle sucks because you can potentially have to get like 200 fiber, you know? Like there's so many bundles that like are just kind of slow. But it doesn't matter, and it ends up being like a little bit quicker, if not the same speed, literally because animal products take so much investment to get into. That you're literally cutting out like 4/5 of the entire money pool that you need, which is a huge time save. Which is why like the seeded run is like an hour and a half or something. Hour 15. I think it's an hour and a half for the seeded run. So it's like, yeah, it's fast. But the odds of you getting all that are so slow that it just doesn't matter. Like, why would you run it? Like, that's like Stardew in 2050 type shit. When the route is so optimized that the only way to do it is to literally just gamble. know, it's just the evolution of runs like that. Minecraft's like that too. It's basically just a huge slot machine right now. I say that, but wasn't there almost a new world record yesterday? There's a new second place time. I think, is it like 5 or 10 seconds slower than the current world record? And it would have world record if you had a bow and did a 2+2. Kind of crazy. But the difference with like Minecraft speedrunning is like while it's slots, it's also actual slots where it's just like, oh, the reset is over before it even starts. Again, where Stardew resetting would end up being like you're resetting 20 minutes in. So it's just like playing a poker hand and then losing all your money on repeat over and over and over again. It's so much more time investment. Current vanilla world record, YOLO's cart for barn animals. That's crazy. What in the route are you guys using for vanilla? You're YOLOing the barn products. And I guess you just need large milk truffle. I guess it's not that bad. Saves half the money. Wonder what the odds of that are, because that would be a really funny time save for CC. Wonder how many days you would be able to cut out in CC if you did that. Is that the 205 push? Or the sub 2 push for me? I was gonna look at the route again before I started running. They don't even make jars. I'm gonna have to look at it. That's the two. That's the sub 2 push right there. That's like the sub 2 edition that would make it actually quote unquote reasonable. I wonder if I could route in the desert festival then. So we can just completely ignore the mines. Like, what would be faster? Yeah, vanilla's the no AC category. Which would make sense for vanilla because you want to get less resources in vanilla because it takes more time to get said resources in vanilla. So if you make less money, that means you use less swings trying to get you use less swings trying to get resources, and less swings means faster run. I have to watch that now. Thank you for informing me about that. I like to have some ideas going into that. It's in the FAQ. Plus, if you read the FAQ and you're still stupid about it, then they tell me when books show up in the traveling cart. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with not understanding that. Because it's black magic of how it actually works. I'm aware. Now that you say that, Leela, my brain is just gonna constantly be thinking CC, and it's just like, if I have like another bad day of parsnips, I'm just gonna be like, I want to move to CC, and just do not care. And then we spend the next how many weeks relearning the basics of CC, and then like once I get back, I just start doing actual runs. That's how my brain fucking works. Latch onto something. I'm gonna have to watch that after stream. It's very interesting, yeah, from a technical perspective. It's a little degenerate due to how much RNG it involves, but that's mainly just because of the route that I'm going with. Not as far as off as the... I mean, you don't, like, in a perfect world, you don't actually lose that much time from animation canceling. It's just a couple of minutes. Assuming they're still doing the mines regularly, that's, like, the biggest time loss from animation canceling. Because, like, Stardew Valley, at its core, is a, what is it? An auto-scroller. Because you have to wait for shops to open up. It matters about doing as much stuff as you can before the shops open up. And then you're technically not losing time. So it's like, if I had a task and a person without animation canceling had a task, and we can both theoretically complete it before 9 a.m., the run will be the exact same length. It doesn't matter if animation canceling was done or not. It just depends on whether or not you can do it before shops open and how fast can you get back to bed. So other than the mines, which is like a huge, like, you know, thing, as long as you're able to do all the tasks before 9 a.m., which you can't do them all, I'm aware of that, but you can do a majority of them at like top speed. It's not as big of a time loss as you may think. Yeah, it's the bus analogy from Super Mario, is essentially what it is. So the intricacies of like actually routing, this is spot 15, by the way. I should announce it just so if I forget, somebody in chat can tell me. The interesting part about routing Stardew becomes how many days do you actually have to go out until 9 a.m. And you want to reduce the amount of days as much as possible, because each day that you wait out until 9 a.m. is roughly 3 minutes if you include the walk back time. So if you can magically cut out the entirety of the barn, which is 3 days waiting until 9 a.m., that is 9 minutes. That is 9 minutes saved. You probably have to like do something extra, so it's not going to be a full 9 minutes, but that's the theory behind it. So a lot of the stuff that like Core did when he was optimizing Stardew's CC route was removing as many worthless days as possible and like mashing as much as you can together. That's why we do like the axe upgrade as we do, and like stuff like that, you know. Forever? No, it's kind of its own independent slot. It's weird. We wouldn't need books in CC, so we wouldn't do this parsnip reset shenanigans. Because again, like, if you're YOLOing, like, you would, like, the thing that we would have to work around in this situation is how many cart checks can you get without wasting time? Because you do have to walk all the way down and check the cart, which is like an hour of in-game time. So you're working with an hour less of in-game time every single time you want to check it. And you don't really want to over-check it, and you want to be able to check it kind of as early as you can, because if you're going to be resetting for the bundle, you don't really want to get through the entirety of fish and then be like, well, I didn't get truffle, run is dead. So you want optimal days to go out on. And that would be the hard part of, like, efficiently routing cart YOLOs. Like with the old route that we did, where we were getting the pufferfish from the traveling cart because it had like a 37% odds, rerouted specific animal buying days around that, and like days that we went out. So we got like 2 or 3 cart checks, and if it took more than 2 or 3 cart checks, we would start losing time because we would have to go out on weird days. But it's like brute forcing 2 items from the traveling cart is significantly better than brute forcing perfect bundles from remix bundles. But it's like, I feel like the entire route would change. No, you probably, like, I'm thinking you would do skull caverns for the mines, but it just doesn't end up working for the fact that bat wings, as I said earlier, you just need 10 bat wings. No, you don't actually, because I'm thinking bat wings for the Adventurers bundle. But if you're going to Skull Caverns, you can easily get Solar Essence and Void Essence. It'll take a while to kill a fucking serpent, but you could do it. And then you just don't have to enter the mines, like, at all. Yeah, you want it. It'd be a lot of watering. Green slimes for what? If I said Adventurers Guild, I meant Skull Caverns in any way that I was talking. The Adventurers Guild is worthless in CC runs. Potato, cauliflower. What do we need guild access for? I'm not thinking of perfection whatsoever. I'm talking about community center. I haven't been talking about perfection for like the past like 10 minutes. Yeah, Forest Bundle is awful. The remix variants of the crafts room are honestly like all bad for a CC speedrun. You want exotic and you want construction. Wild medicine kind of sucks because you have to go out on an off day for green rain. I'm trying to do the run. Give me a half a second. And I'll continue talking. You have to go off on a green rain and then get extra hops. while forest bundle, you generally have to get like 200 fiber. And then I've already said my piece about sap bundle. That's just a lot of sap. If I get tilted one of these days with parsnip resetting, I honestly will probably look into that more. Because now I'm actually really interested. So the reason I wasn't fully interested in CC, or like I wasn't like keen on starting it like right away, is because I didn't really have any ideas for sub 2 potential. But that is sub 2 potential, so that makes me want to run it. Be a little bit of work to try to make it work. I explained this like quite a few times now, but CC remixed is like not good. It's theoretically faster, but the resets are significantly worse and less likely than me finishing a perfection run. Like, so, well, in theory, yeah, you can get it super low. Practically, no. It's like a 1% chance of getting bundles that would theoretically work and be faster. And then that doesn't even include the fact that you can fuck up mines and fuck up fishing. And then the rest of the run of remembering everything. So you're basically just adding a 1% chance onto the already massive RNG run. And then the reset point isn't at 2 minutes for the 1 in 100. It's at like 20 minutes in, because you don't really figure out what all your bundles are until 20 minutes in without losing a bunch of time. Yeah, it's just not good. Most efficient way to get 5 iridium bars. Unlock. Best luck day, by the way. Unlock the desert, go to the desert festival, and get 15 or get 25 iridium via the desert festival. I didn't read the TV right. It said best luck, right? It was, there was a star drop on screen. It wasn't a skull. And you wouldn't even get ladders and bombs for it. You literally just reset floor 1. Pray that you probably got like a decent weapon in the mines. And just kill purple slimes and pray that you get a clump or 2. No, you don't even make progression. It's not worth making progression. You're literally YOLOing. Floor 1. Never said it would be easy or common. But if you're going for the fastest possible time, that is how you would do it. It's either that or just pray to God that you get Omni Geodes that have iridium ore in them and open up the Omnis, but that's also a bit far-fetched. Hey, we should get a club on 20. Definitive freedom. I thought I did the nice thing and freed the guy from his shackles, and then he immediately punished me for doing it. Yeah, I mean, you could just YOLO for the 5 Iridium bar pull from the traveling cart. That'd be another way. I mean, theoretically, that would be the fastest way, because how much do Iridium bars sell for in the traveling cart? Can't you buy them for like 2,000 gold? I don't know what the price range for them are. And then literally just get X amount of money and then pray that the first cart check is Iridium bars, and that would be your theoretical best. I don't know how much 5 Iridium bars would cost on average, though. Oh, no, you can buy straight up Iridium bars from the traveling cart, right? Like, that's an item you can get. I'm not talking about averages. Again, like, I'm talking, like, if it hits, this would be the fastest to get 5 Iridium bars. No questions asked. I don't know what would be the most consistent way of doing it. I mean, the most consistent way would be to, like, you know, progress normally, get a pickaxe upgrade, get access to bombs, and then do a like a mini skull cavern dive. That would theoretically be the most consistent, quickest way. But if you're talking, like, other than that, there's, like, you know, potential faster. Yeah, you, like, sleep for 3 meteorites and get gold pickaxe. I think gold pickaxe in year 1 is, like, similar to that of buying the bus stop in terms of price. Okay, this run's pace is ass, but we have good copper, so I don't really care. But remix bundles are not viable for CC. If you're trying to make it faster, forest sap, yeah, I'll just go in order of room. For crafts room, boiler, sap, and wild medicine all suck. Quality crops suck, animal bundles suck, fish farm bundle sucks in the pantry. Fish tank, it depends on if you're cart YOLOing. Master fish is theoretically the fastest if you just get the 2 master fish from the traveling cart, but otherwise quality fish sucks, so you just want the standard for fish tank. Bulletin board, anything that has an animal product is ass, and anything that has a bat wing would be ass. Batwing is the hardest non-animal product item to get in a remixed run. unironically. Hardest non-animal product item to get in a remixed run is the bat wings. It is the biggest time loss in Piano's remixed route and is the main reason why the run is not really as fast if you get any bundle that has bat wings in it. Bats are animals though, true. But bat wings are a big issue. So basically so if you need bat wings for either the boiler room or the bulletin board, it sucks. Obviously, animal products suck. The rest of the bulletin board's not that bad otherwise. And then boiler room, obviously, you just don't want to have to get bat wings and you're fine. Which ones can get bat wings? Adventurers bundle in boiler room and Spirits Eve bundle in bulletin board are the two bundles that can have anywhere. You need anywhere between 0 and 20. It's 0, 10, or 20 you need. But yeah, that was the biggest routing issue with Piano's run, was bat wings. But again, like, theoretically, remixed is faster. Like, the seeded remixed route for CC is like an hour and a half. It's legit like 30 minutes faster. Obviously, it's seeded, so it has other things, but it's faster. Again, the issue comes down to the fact that you're looking for something less than a 1% chance of happening in terms of the bundles showing up. And then you still have to do the entirety of fish, as well as you don't even know what your bundles are until like 20 minutes into the run. So it's like, I'm resetting for the RNG in this run anywhere between 2 and 10 minutes in. Imagine resetting for the community center 20 minutes in, because you have to open up all the rooms to know what your bundles are. And it's like, yes, you can open them up slightly faster. You're just losing time for reset efficiency to do that, which is bad. So you're losing even more time because you're, you know, checking what the bundles are. That's the reason why Remix is just not good and not fun for CC outside of seeded currently. There will be a point where you kind of need to run Remix to save any more time, but that's still far in the future, and I don't plan on running it like that because it's just not fun. Kind of ruined the category in a few ways. I say that as I'm totally down to potentially ruin the category with YOLOing, brute forcing truffle and large milk from the traveling cart, but I digress. Yeah, well, I'm choosing the randomize them imperfection run specifically because there's a huge difference specifically for a bundle in the pantry which repairs the greenhouse, which is there's a 1 in 3 chance of it either being the animal bundle, which is the default where you have to get 5 unique large animal products, the fish farm bundle, which is a fish pond and just waiting like a month or two, which is like somewhat expensive, but not nearly as expensive and time consuming as the animal bundle. And then the garden bundle, which is growing up 4 flowers costing you 240 gold in total. The animal bundle takes over 100,000 gold worth of infrastructure and more time to process to actually get the animals to a high enough friendship. And then the garden bundle is buying 2 sets of flowers in 2 different seasons for 240 gold. Yeah. So it literally saves like 30 minutes, which is why I brute forced it in this run. Because on top of that, because I actually need a lot of money in this run compared to CC, having the greenhouse unlocked early to get a bunch of star fruit going is like, you know, super nice. Okay, apparently I'm going these floors. I don't think I should be doing this, but I'm doing it anyways. There's a chance that this run literally just dies because of this decision. Actually, it's not even that bad, but it's like if I eat anything right here, it gets bad. Am I passing out here? Yeah, I'm passing out here. I'm not gonna risk it. Fuck it. I'm fine because I can just use that excuse as I was picking up extra copper, so it'd be like copper resetting tomorrow. We have good copper, so I'm like fine at this, but not great. Because if I eat, I am wasting energy if I don't use it. And I guess how do I actually explain this? Unless if I'm getting to floor 40 there, I don't want to eat anything else. And I don't think I would have had the pace or the ability to get to floor 40. Because I just want to pass out at that point if I'm not going to floor 40 and get on to the next day. So eating any extra food delays me passing out. Like, if I got an instant ladder on 35, I probably would have brute forced 40 there because I probably had time, but my 35 was so bad that I'm just like, whatever. I'll just use the rest of my energy on copper on the next floor. But it's like, if I'm not getting anything out of eating, like, why am I eating it? Like, this ended up just being the right decision. I've just seen, like, 3 instant ladders already, which is nice. And it's like, I still needed to use my excess energy, so I was, like, fine, like, using it on copper on the next floors. And even if the pace on the first day was kind of bad, I have a club and magnet ring, so don't care. Like, this run has goodies and quality of life that will save me time later. Save me time and a headache later, so I am very happy. So again, even if the pace is bad, I'm like content with the goodies, what we'd call them. This is a goodie run. I must invest into the club tech. It's really easy. You don't even need an animation cancel. You use the special attack and spam your primary swing or primary button. It works on all platforms. You can do it on mobile. You can do it on console. You just got to use your special attack and then spam your primary as fast as possible. On PC, the tech to do it as fast as me is by default, C is your left click button. So instead of having to just press left click, I can alternate between C and left click so I can juice out extra hits. Because my clicking speed, omega lol. You will have a bit of end lag with it, though, if you don't animation cancel, and that's kind of like the only downside. But the actual damage rate itself is no animation canceling needed. How's the mines going? Day 1 was slow, but we have so many goodies that I'm brute forcing it. I have club and magnet ring, so I'm pretty happy. Day 2 is going alright. We're getting decent iron spawns. A little poor overall. Oh no, I have to press spacebar. Oh no, you don't. That spacebar is me animation canceling. If you don't need to if you don't need to do the club smash attack as fast as me, it's literally just right click spam left click. That's all you need to do. Okay. That's fine. Imagine it's pressing spacebar in Stardew Valley, though, a key that doesn't do anything by default in this game. Imagine having a computer game in the big 26 that doesn't utilize spacebar. Install auto hotkey on my mobile device now. Yep. You have an easier time installing auto hotkey on your mobile device than on console, to be fair. That said, the animation canceling thing is stripped on all devices but PC, so it's literally impossible to perform animation canceling on keyboarding. I'm sorry, on mobile and consoles. Since animation canceling is just a left-in debug tool at the end of the day. Unplayable, yes, very. Okay, I'm a little concerned about... That's a lot of copper. I'm a little concerned about money. I'm gonna try to save some energy and actually use a cherry bomb here. I normally wouldn't do this, but since I have a club, I don't really have to worry about coal. And like that was a big enough clump where it's like chill to use. I'm actually gonna use the second one. I think this is fine. It's aggressive, but good. How much more iron do I need? I have 30 of 120 smelted, so I need 90 in total right now, so I need 22. 20, 18. Money is gonna be an issue this run. I can already see the issue. We're definitely gonna have to go left side, but like, I need some other juice here. Need like a gem node with like a ruby at the very least, ideally diamond. Get book, true. Get bailed out with a 2K book at the tax bailout, government tax bailout. And thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. We are coping as per usual. Please thank you for the tier 2 for 29 months as well. You're gifting NPCs, so no. Oh. Oh boy, you're at the best part of the run. What are you talking about? It's the best part of the run. Don't you love gifting NPCs? Guess I still need a bit more coal. Okay, we have enough iron. I need like 8 copper. And then we need 12 plus 29, so we actually need quite a bit more coal. Holy, I didn't think we were that bad on coal. Am I really not getting dust sprite spawns? I'm just trying to see if I can get a oh boy, lots of stuff. Arriba. Thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. Thank you for the good luck. Happy Thursday to you too. And Impossible Llama, thank you for the prime. You are having a good Thursday, and thank you for the support. Really appreciate it. Yeah, hope you're both having a wonderful day. Oh, I found where all the coal is. Can I get like a crystal fruit? Am I resetting for a jade is the real question. Technically like to leave like right now normally, but I feel like I need like a little bit something. I also feel really bad without a jade, but I don't really want to be resetting for that long. Right, couldn't drop a prismatic shard, literally because you have to reach floor 120 for that to happen. I make more money streaming on Twitch, but I make a significant amount of money by uploading to YouTube. At the end of the day, it ends up being about the same, but if I actually regularly upload to YouTube, it would be more on YouTube. Apparently, I'm just wasting time at this point. But I don't regularly upload to YouTube, so I don't actually make it work. But yeah, YouTube video ad revenue goes hard. I basically make no money from streaming on YouTube, though. Like, I would see no difference in the amount of money I make from YouTube streaming. Or I'll see no difference in the amount of money I make in total if I completely quit YouTube streaming. I stream on YouTube because I know people like to lurk and watch on their TVs, and Twitch on the TV is the most painful experience imaginable. So it gives people the ability to watch like that. And it also is a greater reach, so it does in turn bring more people in, which is good. But yeah, you get my point. The actual revenue from YouTube streaming is a joke. If I got more YouTube memberships, then yeah, but there's like less than 6 of you currently, so not really. It is appreciated, don't get me wrong, but there's not enough of you to matter. Or to like make a dent, not matter. Obviously, I appreciate it, but again, you get what I'm trying to say. I hope. So I can I actually have more money than I thought I did, I think. Again, I'm not gonna stop streaming on YouTube though, just because I'm like making no money. Like there's no reason not to not stream on YouTube. It will make me more money in the long run. Whether it's pushing people over to Twitch or pushing people to my YouTube videos. Okay. I said I needed to go left side, and I just completely ignored the fact that I need to go left side. $250. Like, we're missing like 400 gold. Like, even if I pick that up, that's 140. So we're missing like 360. There's just not enough money here, chat. Yeah, there's just not enough money. I need 5,500. Yeah. Not enough money. I was hesitant about resetting that. I may have been able to find a way to brute force that, but I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm actually not feeling really well right now, so I didn't really want to push myself in that regards. If I was feeling better, then sure, but I'm probably not going to continue streaming because of that. Yeah, stomach's just upset apparently. Fine, it happens, but it's annoying. Alright, well. Surely we didn't kill a good run. Run was dead to... I mean, I could have made 4th try Artful Work. Or 5th enchant Artful Work. So, let's ignore that. I could have made that work. What's our books? It was spot 15, right? Yeah, so it's year 2. We have an earlier one book. No combat book. No. Or would have been dead anyways. But yeah, I'm not actually gonna start another run because my stomach's not treating me well currently. I'm not gonna say any more. You do not need to say more. You do not need to know that much more. Am I at that point? Okay, we're gonna raid RC because I would feel bad since I just got a raid to not raid somebody if I'm leaving. So I'm gonna peace. Tomorrow, depending on how much I play with the community center idea in my head, there's a chance that we're switching over to CC tomorrow. But if I don't think of anything or don't make progress on it, I'm just gonna default back to perfection. So 50-50 coin flip of how I feel tomorrow. But other way, but anyways, I do appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys joining the stream. Sorry for kind of the abrupt ending, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. Peace.